When you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. It goes in, I know the verse after it, like, talks about, like...
The only reward you're getting for that, shawty, is 55 likes on Instagram.
Yeah, that's it. I hate that, too. I really do. If you're going to have a private religious experience...
Keep it private.
Keep it... Oh, let's say a personal religious experience, not a private one.
Yeah.
Keep it personal.
Yeah.
You don't have to... I don't know. That bothers me,
It just grinds my gears.
Yeah, it grinds my gears.
Since Parker was cryogenically frozen in a previous episode, what's the first thing you would do after being woken up from being frozen for 100 years?
Like, what's the first thing
you do?
That I would go do after 100 years of being frozen? I don't know. Things change so fast. I'd probably see if anyone I knew was still alive, but I doubt it.
I would immediately, want to find out how long I'd been frozen.
Yeah.
I think my first thing to do is, travel to a big city and, figure out what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
And also just, take in all the advancements and stuff that I've missed. Because, 100 years from now, technology's crazy. And
yeah.
I gotta hop on, learning how to figure shit out again.
Mm-hmm.
I like that question a lot.
I do, too. I know what I would do. This is a very specific answer. There's a film that didn't come out at Sundance this year. They announced it. The digital file was locked in a vault, and the vault will only open in 100 years. No one will see that film for 100 years.
And nobody knows what it is?
Nobody knows what it's about.
Except for, the people that made it?
Yeah. John Malkovich is in it. Do you not hear about this?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would go watch that movie.
Okay.
That's the first thing that I would do. After I figured out that it was 100 years later, I'd be like, oh, I've got to go see that movie. I'd go see it.
That's a movie we're never going to see.
Mm-mm. We'll be dead.
Yeah.
Well, we will 100%...
very dead.
Yes, we will have been dead. People will have forgotten about this podcast for sure.
Probably not.
You don't think so?
No, it stays on the internet forever.
But do you think people would listen to it?
I don't think people listen to it now.
Okay. I don't like these questions, but you gotta ask.
I'm gonna ask the second one.
Yeah, these others not good.
Who's more of a deadbeat dad? Frank Gallagher or Goku?
I don't...
Parker is unaware of both of those shows, so I'm gonna answer this one. I'm gonna say Goku. So let me talk you through this.
Okay.
So Frank Gallagher is the father in Shameless.
Okay.
He's alcoholic, he's constantly getting into trouble and not really taking care of his family. The oldest kid takes care of the family and makes sure bills are paid and feeds everybody, takes everybody to school and stuff. But he's still around, kind of.
Frank is?
Yes, Frank is still
He's just about home.
His presence is there. He's not always present, but he's there sometimes.
Okay.
Goku, on the other hand, is always away from home, fighting villainous Saiyans and androids and green monsters and stuff like that. He's got a kid, a real small child at the beginning, and as he grows up, Goku's not even around. Yes, he's saving the world, but he's kind of also a shithead. You just explained to me, I'd say deadbeat sounds more like Frank, because he's still around, and he's definitely aware of it. But also Goku dies.
So dead. So dead dad. Yeah, who's the best dead dad?
And also, he asked, can I come sing on y'all's show when I become a solo recording artist? Absolutely.
Sure.
We need an intro. A true official intro, if you want to make that.
The royalty-free piano thing that I found online is kind of not doing it for me anymore.
It'd be cool to have an intro.
It would be.
11 episodes in.
Yeah. We're finally stepping the game up.
Let's see here. I'll let you ask this one, because this is up your alley.
Which is the better Jack Black movie and why? Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny or School of Rock? If neither of those are your favorite, what Jack Black movie is your favorite? I think I already answered this. Well, I'm going to answer the first question because I think that it needs to be settled once and for all. Tenacious D, Pick of Destiny is such a shitty movie, but it is so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's one of those that they knew it was bad.
Well, they were just like, hey, we can make this movie, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Because it'll be fun.
And it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I have a fun time watching it. But it's not like breaking any sort of, But School of Rock, to me, falls in that category of kind of like Step Brothers and The Hangover, where it's like, yeah, it's just a good comedy. It's good, it's funny, it's got its good one-liners. But Pick of Destiny is its own other realm because it's got like a cult following.
Yeah.
Where it's just, it's bad and they know it. But the album is so good. I love that album.
I think Tenacious D is a better movie. Oh, okay. I prefer Tenacious D.
Yes, yeah. But I think
School of Rock is the better movie from a film stance. But if someone asked me, like, Tenacious D or School of Rock, I'm saying Tenacious D.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
But the better Jack Black movie, the best Jack Black movie,
Gulliver's Travels.
Gosh, I love that movie.
Jumanji 2.
I am so excited for that.
I'm not.
Why?
It'll be a fun movie, but it's going to be shitty.
But that's the thing about that movie where I'll give it its write-off and it's like, well, kind of like with Pirates of the Caribbean. We talked about that once before.
Yeah.
It's just a fun movie, Like, just have fun. Go to it, enjoy it. It's not going to break any ground.
Yeah, it's not like you're not going to be like, wow, that was great.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, I'm going to go laugh at some
enjoyable.
of the. Yeah, if you buy into the premise.
But also, I really hate Kevin Hart.
I don't. But I love Jack Black, and it's just I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I also really like The Rock.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think that he should be president. I think Kanye should.
But the best Jack Black movie, I said it a second ago, is Bernie. Go watch it. It's so funny, but it's a very real movie. It's so good. It's so good.
These are some good questions. Do we want to
This is the serious
Do we
questions.
want to do this one?
What? Yes.
Okay.
I like it. You ask, and then I'll.
What is your stance on feminism?
All right. I'm going to drop some truth.
Okay, do it.
If you don't agree with feminism, go fuck yourself. Truly. Because feminism, which you people that can't...
What do you mean, you people?
Shut up.
What do you mean, you people?
You are a feminist, so the other people. So if you don't agree with feminism, fuck off. You're not looking into it enough, because feminism is just about equality, right?
That's framework 2.
So, wait. Is there...
There are 3 different frameworks.
Okay, so tell me those. Well, that's the next question,
Yeah.
but I'm just going to... My stance on it is just, if you don't agree, you're an idiot. I think that this is going to sound weird, so just, bear with me. I really like what's happening in Hollywood now. Not the fact that things have happened to people.
But
that people are feeling comfortable enough to come forward about things.
And also that...
People are listening.
Culture in general, society in general, is saying, fuck that. That's unacceptable behavior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that is happening. Not that those things happened, because that breaks my heart. It really, really does. But overall, the fact that just because, and this is one of those things too, where we talked about it in that one episode, where it's it's hard for us to say anything as men talking about equality, because we as men have experienced it from the side that is more beneficial.
Right.
So it's I've not experienced what it's like to walk in the shoes of a woman, and that sucks. But the thing that I can do as a man is listen and do my part at calling it out.
Yeah.
If you see it happening, call it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that's my stance.
So I'm gonna let's have some little education from
Yes,
David
because
Jones.
I didn't know about this next part.
So within feminism, there are a bunch of different frameworks, but there are 3 foundational frameworks from what I've gathered. Just from kind of doing some research and talking to people that know more about it. There are 3 frameworks that are feminism. So framework 1 is your female superiority. That's the very women should be on top and be overpowering men. Framework 2 is equality, which I think is what we fall under, because that's the one that is understandable for men to be a part of. And then framework 3 says men and women are completely different, and therefore, like, they can't really be compared to one another because there are so many different aspects of each, like, individual that, you know, like, or like, I kind of get that one. Like, I understand that one, but it doesn't quite allow for men to take part in it. And I've kind of completely butchered that explanation.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's like, men and women are so very different. There are so many differences between us that we can't be compared, and neither can really be on top or better or lesser or anything like that. We're just not able to be compared.
Yeah, I like that idea if you were to blend the two as far as, like, job opportunity and... Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like a woman in charge, I feel, would be completely different than a man in charge honestly, in a better way.
Yeah.
Not falling under framework 1, not that, which, again...
I think that's just silly.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, a woman in charge, I think, in some aspects, is going to be a lot better than a man in charge. In you know, I don't know what exactly, but I would say, I don't know. It's hard, like I said, it's hard to speak to it being a guy. But at the end of the day, if you don't agree with feminism, you can go fuck yourself.
Stick it right up your ass. I like this one.
Well, okay, I mean, sure. Okay. Does virginity exist, or is this a principle-based object invented to manipulate youths, particularly within religious realms?
What do you think?
That's a loaded question. That's a lot to chew on.
Well, let's hit it in 2 parts.
Okay.
Number 1, does virginity exist?
The social construct exists.
But is virginity real?
That's hard to answer because I've grown up with it, yes, being yes.
In a religious realm?
Yes. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why the question is hard, because, like, I can only speak to that.
Okay, well, let me ask you some questions.
Let
me ask you some questions. How do you lose your virginity?
I don't know. Sex.
Okay, so what is sex?
That's the kicker.
Exactly. So what is sex?
For me, I was going to quote Parks and Rec. Have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
I've seen some of it.
Okay, there's this scene where this porn star is talking to Leslie Knope, and they're on a television show, and somebody asks the porn star, he says, "What is porn for you?" And she goes, "For me, it's when the penis goes in."
So is that what you can say?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to say sex is penetration. Okay, so what about lesbians?
Exactly.
They can't lose their virginity?
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's a hard question. Yeah, they can. Yes.
So they can only lose their virginity if it's with a guy.
No, I don't know. This is a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Is like once you start factoring in everyone and not just what is like
heterosexual,
normal in society,
or in the religious,
your whole thing falls apart. I don't think that it's real because and also like biologically / scientifically.
That was just a rip.
People are going to say it's like the breaking of the hymen. You can do that shit on a bike. You can sit the wrong way and that shit breaks.
Yeah, that's a hard question because I grew up in this church that was very, very like just too strict on everything. You know, no room for mistake and a lot of ostracization. Yeah. Is that the right way of pronouncing that? But it was just a lot. I don't know. That is a hard question.
I think that it was it's a big shepherding tool. It's a big, it makes people feel bad and you can kind of keep them in check and make sure that they're acting in the way that you want them to be acting.
Yeah. I will say this, though. Looking at it and trying not to look at it from a particularly religious framework, I think that sex should be special. I don't like one-night stands.
Have you ever had one?
No.
Then how do you know?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. You're right. Maybe I shouldn't even answer the question. Ask the next question.
Why is it culturally okay to refer to people as white and black, but not okay